Welcome back. Today, the NHL officially announced that the Hometown Remix Series is confirmed for the 2026-2027 NHL season. We already known it's been coming since very late last year. I think December was when the first rumblings came out, and then followed by filing in with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office for the term Hometown Remix. Uh, we've already known this is coming, but today we got an official announcement, so there's no more speculation about if it's going to happen or not. It's going to happen. And today, kind of want to recap what we already know. I've already talked about it, but maybe like just reiterate it again. And but first, let's go over what the NHL said on its website. So the NHL states all 32 NHL teams will feature a new look this season. Special edition uniforms that uniquely and authentically celebrate the fans, city, and local culture of each team. That kind of fits into the Florida Panthers leak that we already saw with a lot of the hidden Easter eggs in there, like the sunrise in the logo, and the pink and the sandy orange and the yellow and the navy. Yeah, even the Islanders' hometown remix league has some kind of callbacks. Not as much as Florida, but it still looks a very good jersey. So this is basically almost a sequel. This is basically the sequel to the first and second reverse retro series ran by Adidas in 2020 and 2022. Those were big hits with fans. All 63 jerseys produced by Adidas, and Fanatics is successing it with the Hometown Remix series, with leaks already been happening for the Florida Panthers and New York Islanders, like I mentioned. But the NHL site also says in just a few short years since deepening its partnership with the NHL, Fanatics, to include the coveted on ice uniform, Fanatics design team has worked collaboratively with the league and its teams on a variety of alternate and specialty jersey and apparel programs, including custom designs for marquee events such as the Winter Classic, Stadium Series, and Four Nations Face Off, and soon to be the Heritage Classic. So they did state more information will be released shortly after the season begins. So the season starts September 29th with the Carolina Hurricanes raising their Stanley Cup Championship banner against the Florida Panthers. Starts a little bit earlier because they added two games to the regular season, and the season will end a week earlier. Same with the Stanley Cup playoffs and the Stanley Cup final. But so I just after the season begins, I'd expect a early October release of these jerseys. Maybe during the first week or second week of October, we'll get a full release. This is very similar to when the NHL launched the second Reverse Retro Series. The first Reverse Retro Series was launched before the season, but that was in the COVID shortened 2020-2021 season, where they only played 56 games and the season got started in mid January. But Reverse Retro 2 got launched on October 20th, 2022, which I believe was about a week and a half after the season started, the 2022-2023 season. But so I'd expect maybe a release between October 1st and October 10th. So yeah, the rest of the article just talks about NHL like season news, like the season starting and networks and stuff. But we do have an official logo release. The NHL put this logo just. I'm not. It might just be a placeholder logo because it's got like that generic white hometown text, but it's got like kind of like a green remix text with the two arrows. So maybe that's the official logo. Maybe it's just a placeholder logo until maybe the actual logo gets released in maybe it gets leaked in mid September or late or early October. But maybe we get a couple more leaks out of this now because some I have also forgotten to talk. Toronto Maple Leafs already leaked what nights they will be wearing these jerseys. The jerseys have to be beige, so the Maple Leafs have already revealed which nights they will be wearing their hometown remix jersey. So that was already another leak that happened since last time I talked about it. And of course, already the aforementioned Florida and New York Islanders jersey leaks for the series. But whilst it's not groundbreaking, this is a great topic to talk about because, well, it's officially confirmed. But I'll just go over what I know. Florida and New York Islanders jerseys have already leaked. Toronto's leaked what nights they're doing it. Carolina is supposed to have the Stormy logo on it. Nashville's supposed to be a Western Nashville theme. Chicago could be a group. It's not a leak, but kind of like it could be like a St. Patrick's Day River theme. Let me think who else. Philadelphia could have the Liberty Bell. Minnesota's supposed to be a black with like the night sky thing. Winnipeg's supposed to be Northern Lights. Washington could be a Scream Eagle homage. Colorado, I've not talked about this one, could have a lot of snow elements. Anaheim's supposed to be a throwback to the Mighty Ducks movie from 1992. And Montreal, no details have really leaked on the Canadiens, but it's just said to be very different than whatever they've worn, according to aesthetics. Buffalo, supposed to be potentially like a royal blue version of Reverse Retro 2.0. What Chaos released some renderings of LA, Detroit, San Jose, uh, Edmonton, and Minnesota's jerseys. I'm not sure how accurate those are. Detroit's one is just basically their current home jersey, but with Hockeytown text above. San Jose is gonna be bold. It's supposed to have gums on like maybe the striping or the sleeves, and LA is kind of like a recolored version of like their primary in like purple with a recolored primary logo. And then the only other thing we know, yeah, Boston's supposed to be a collegiate style, kind of like brown jersey. Calgary is also supposed to be potentially a Saladome tribute. St. Louis is gonna borrow some elements from that Reebok era third jersey with the arch on it. Probably redesigned. It's supposed to be like in black, blue, and white with apparently no yellow. So yeah. There are a lot of other teams that have just had their color leaked, but that's so minor to talk about. So I'm not going to get into it here. But once these jerseys come out, I will be posting a big long form video talking about every single one of those jerseys, and then eventually I'll do an in-depth video for every single one of them after that. So, but anyways, I just want to give my thoughts on the news that came out today, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. See ya.